everyone, it's Rachel here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this super cute pair of pajamas for your American Girl doll. So I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial, and let's just go ahead and get started. What you're going to need for this project is some fabric, and I found this fabric at Joann's, and I think it's so cute, and I feel like this is perfect for pajamas. And you're also going to need some sewing scissors or any type of scissors, Velcro, some sewing pins. You're also going to need a needle and thread, a few buttons. This is optional, but I wanted to make my shirt a button-up shirt, so I decided I would use a few buttons, and these are just like these mint green buttons, so I just grabbed 6 of them. And then you're also going to need a pair of doll clothes that you're going to use as your pattern, and I just decided to go with this shirt. I just like the pattern of it, and I like how the sleeves are longer. I feel like that's going to be really nice when I create my pajamas because I like the long sleeve doll shirts, the sleeve shirts. Then I'm also just using these wide cut pants because you don't want something like leggings, because if your fabric is different than the stretchy fabric on the leggings, then it's not really going to turn out good. So I'm just using these big open legged pants that they like the shirt and the pants don't go together. But it's just the design I wanted, but you could choose whatever pajamas you want. And you're also going to need a sewing machine. I'm just going to be doing the first part on my floor because this piece of fabric is really big. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fabric, and usually when you get fabric, it's going to be folded over so that you have 2 layers of it. So you're going to take it, you're going to unfold it so it's one big piece, and then fold it over again. But this time you're going to want to make sure that the inside is the good side up, which means that the inside right now as I have it, and my cat wants to disturb this video, but like the inside should be on the outside. This is what your fabric should look like, and now you're going to place both pieces of your pajamas onto the fabric and then pin them down with some sewing pins. So these are the 2 pieces, and as you guys can see, I took the sewing needles and just pin them together, or pin the clothing to the fabric. And now you're just going to grab your scissors, and you want to be really careful with this because of course you don't want to cut your doll clothing. If you wanted to, just to be safe, you could go ahead and take a marker and trace around, but I just like to cut a little bit more, so I'm okay with just cutting around it. But it's totally up to you. So now you're just going to cut around the 2 pieces of clothing. This is just what you should have, and this is just how mine came out. So now you're just going to take your pins and take them out of the doll clothes, and then you're going to remove the doll clothing from the fabric and then put the pins back into the 2 pieces of fabric. Here's what you should have, and now you're just going to take a Sharpie marker. This is optional, it just helps me when I sew, and you're just going to mark everywhere where you need to sew, even if it's just like a little dot. This just reminds you that you need to sew there. So I'm just putting one on this side and then down here, and also you want to make sure that you meet when you sew there. And then on the shirt you want to sew here, here, and there on both sides, and you want to go all the way up over here. So that's just what you should have, and now you're going to sew everywhere where you made a mark with your marker. So now I am done sewing where I needed to sew, and now the next step is to take out the sewing pins and put them in your pincushion, or just put them away, and then you're going to turn your clothes inside out so that the good side is facing outward. So here's what the pajamas should now look like, and this is the time to make any changes. If you decide maybe you don't like the long sleeves, you could cut them down, but I actually really like how the long sleeves look, and I think they're really cute, and I also like the neckline, but I'm just going to cut it a little shorter because I did make it a little high, so I'm just going to cut it a little short. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to make the pants, or how to finish the pants, and then how to finish the shirt, so we could do them step by step. So for pajamas especially, what you're going to want to do is just not do anything with the pants first. You're just going to want to put them on your doll just to see what you have to do, because if they are big and they don't need adjustments, then you could just sew the Velcro on and then you'll be done. But we got to find out how it looks on the dolls and what we need to do. So here are the pants on Marisol, and I actually think they look awesome. They are really nice and roomy inside, so I don't have to make or put on the Velcro. As you guys can see, I might put this side on. I don't really know what side I'm going to use, but I don't really have to do much to them. I don't think I actually have to do anything to the pants. I could just leave them how they are. That's why it's good to just check before you start sewing or anything like that. The pants were actually a lot easier than I thought they would be. They were super easy, and I didn't really have to do much else when I finished the sewing part. So I'm pretty much done with the pants. Now if you do want to add Velcro, you could always just cut a little slit in the back and then add Velcro there. But I didn't have to do that, luckily. So now we're going to move on to the shirt. Now you're going to choose what side you want to use as the front of the shirt, and I don't really know what side to choose. I think I'm going to choose this side over that side because this one has more little monsters on it. So now what you're going to do, I know this sounds like you don't even want to do this, but in the front where you want your shirt to be facing, like, not the back of your doll, but you want it to be in the front part of your doll, you're going to cut a slit through. This is only if you're doing buttons. If you're not doing buttons, then you're pretty much done. But if you are doing buttons like I am, then you just cut a slit through. So I should have told you guys this in the beginning of the video, but you're only going to need 5 buttons. I just spaced them out like this, and if you want yours to look like this, then you're only going to need 5. So yeah, so now I'm just going to take my, wherever it is, my needle and thread. It's somewhere over here. So here's my needle and then my thread. And I'm just going to be sewing the buttons into this part of the fabric. Don't sew the back side. Make sure you don't do that. So I'm just going to be sewing them in, and then I'm going to get back to you guys. So now that you have done the buttons, it took quite a long time. It's pretty time consuming to do every single one. But now you're just going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut little notches on the other side of the fabric where you cut here. And you're just going to cut that there so you could put this side here over the button so it actually connect. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This is just how mine came out. And one thing I don't really recommend is to cut too close to the edge when you're cutting the buttonholes, because mine did rip, if you guys could see on 2 of them. But yeah, anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!